Everybody's just beginning to congregate, and we, of course, as a family, bring food, and we usually wait a little later to eat. But once our whole family gets here, we'll probably eat. People are still coming, setting up their tents, campsites, and we call them campsites because we're here overnight. Um,
And why does this event go overnight again?
because cancer never sleeps.
Okay.
Cancer never sleeps, so we don't sleep either. Uh, Most of us will stay through the night. I have a nephew that's sort of decided he's going to walk all night, and the party will start after the opening ceremonies. So,
You told me yesterday that you'd raised a significant amount of money. Can you tell us how much your team has raised at this point?
our team has raised nearly 5,000, and before the night's over, it will be 5,000. We know that for sure. Um, the group, the area as a whole, has not reached their goal yet, but they will.
You know, something that you told me, one of your team members challenged everybody that works with him. You want to tell them about that?
Yeah, this is my nephew right here. He asked his co-workers if they would donate an hour's pay, and they did. So he raised over $1,800.
I think that's wonderful. And tell us what your name is.
My name is Matthew Kent Burns, better known as Snowman.
Okay, Snowman.
At Southern Air, everybody knows me as Snowman.
Was it your idea to challenge these people to?
Yes, I worked 40 days straight, and we had a meeting, and I told my wife, I said, just go tell Aunt Judy I got a plan.
I think that's wonderful.
And that's what my plan was, and it worked.
Well, I'm glad it worked for you.
Odie's son.
Okay.
This is his middle child. He has 3 children, but Odie is my brother-in-law's nickname. His name is Odell. This is his wife right here, Jean.
And he lost his battle last
He
year.
lost his battle this past year with lung cancer. And so here we are again.
Are you selling stuff now to continue to raise funds? What all do you
We
have?
have a Father's Day basket to raffle, a fishing brawl from the Blue Ridge Brawl that they had up at Smith Mountain Lake. Most all the fishermen that entered that donated items, autographed. So we're going to be selling tickets for that. This niece, great niece, made these beautiful jars back here, and that's cookie dough. We're also selling those.
I think that's wonderful.
So, and that's how most of our monies have come about as a result of people taking chances on our raffles.
So do you know how much money you've made on the raffle so far?
You know, I have a piece of paper somewhere with that figure on it, but it's probably around $500 probably right now as things stand. That's different baskets. We're still taking chances on these two.
When will the grand total of what's made for this entire relay, when will that be
It
announced?
probably won't be announced until sometime in a few days. Now they'll announce as monies come in tonight at different times. But like I said, we're short of our goal. We're like $100,000 short of our goal. But I just know we're going to meet goal before this night's over.
You know, just walking around and talking to people, talking to this group who's raised $2,500 and this group that's raised $1,500, and you know, to me it just sounds like once you put all these totals together, it's going to look better than anybody seems to
Exactly.
expect right now.
We have a couple of teams. One has raised over $20,000, and that'll be announced sometime either during the night or early in the morning. It used to be a 24-hour relay, but now it's an overnight.
Tell me how many teams are here.
As far as I know, there are 149 teams.
That's wonderful.
It is wonderful.
And if every one of those people raises the smallest amount that's raised, you still have a lot of money.
Absolutely. And when we start out, I don't ask my team to set a high goal. I ask them to try to raise at least $100. That would be $1,000 for our team. And they've gone far beyond that. They've really gotten involved, and it's because we've lost another close family member. This is a picture of that family in years gone by when they were all younger. That's all the brothers and sisters, mom and dad. And my second husband on the bottom. On the right is a friend who is the only family member that's walking with our team. Her mom is on the right, of course, our right, her left. She's a thyroid cancer survivor. We've got a couple of survivors we've decided to adopt, and one's a thyroid and one's a lung cancer survivor.
I think that's wonderful. Can you sort of give us a quick lineup of what's going to happen here tonight?
Sure. The survivors right now are planning to have dinner. I'm so sorry. Are planning to have dinner down in the cafeteria. Some of them will go. Some of them will just be here for the event. They give them dinner. They honor them with a shirt. As a matter of fact, I have a gift for you before you leave as a survivor. And then they will come and join us. About 7 o'clock, opening ceremonies begin. There'll be a greeting, a poem, and then the survivors walk the first lap. And it's very emotional. And then shortly after that, the caregivers walk.
Let me ask you, I hate to interrupt you, but on the Lynchburg News yesterday, they said there was a 4-year-old girl who's raised over $1,000.
Over two, and she'll be recognized tonight.
Somebody said she's going to be walking ahead of the survivors. Is that
Probably
true?
will, because she's lost several family members. And she's online. She's just precious, just a precious child. And she'll get a special recognition tonight for her hard work. This affects so many people. You know that. This just brings it into a celebration state because we go through so much anxiety and even depression and loss that we have to sometimes come together as a group and celebrate.
And you know that the people we've lost, you're doing this for them, and I have a hard time saying that without getting emotional.
I know.
And for those of us who's been through it, it is a very emotional event.
And then we're going to, at around 9 o'clock, do what I call the Soul of Relay. It'll be the Luminaria ceremony. And it's not only pictures of survivors, it's pictures of the ones we've lost.
Okay.
It's really bring it to the forefront. We'll have bags all around the track with names of people to be honored and memorialized. And it'll be very quiet to the point that I expect you not to ask me any questions. It's very respectful. And I told them at committee meeting, I said, I'm not above asking somebody to be quiet.
Now, this is the first year that they're going to be flashing pictures of
pictures of people.
Tell our audience about that.
I'm not sure whose idea it was, but we have numerous committees. The Luminaria committee is the one that puts together. We're going to have torches lit in memory and honor of people. But if anybody made a donation of $25 and provided a picture, they're going to be included on a flash board that I believe is that screen right back there. And like I said, you'll see pictures of whole families, you'll see survivors, you'll see people who've lost their battle. And it's extremely emotional. And like I said, it's very quiet. All the lights will be out, and the only light you'll see will be the Luminaria.
And you told me that somebody had made a donation in my name, so my picture is going to be up there.
Your picture
is not going to be up there.
Your picture is here.
Okay.
And we got it hidden, I'm sorry to say.
That's okay.
There you are with Willie. And another
Cool.
one of our nurses who is a breast cancer survivor. And if you'll see, there are ribbons the color of the cancers. White, of course, is lung. This is as near as I could come to thyroid. We lost a sister-in-law to kidney cancer, and we've lost several others to lung cancer. So that's the reason for this board.
Well, I really appreciate, Judy, you doing this and inviting us to come and do this special show.
Well, it's very special to me. This is my family. I'm married into this family, and they truly are my family.
And not only that, all these hundreds of people here tonight, they're also your family.
Absolutely.
And they're my family now,
That's
too.
Right. Oh, and happy birthday.
Thank you. Okay, Judy is not telling me happy birthday because it's my birthday. My birthday's in December, but I've survived a year, so it's my survivor year, my survivor birthday. Okay, Judy, we'll be back and catch up with you shortly.